Thanks for joining me today with Stamping and Crafting with Loretta. Today's video is going to be short and sweet, so to speak, and it is shrink plastic. I used a punch from EK Success to punch out this cutlery, and the first three I wanted a solid color. The rest are going to have a kind of a gray top with a green base. You need to use the Shrinky Dinks brand name plastic that is rough and ready, and you're going to use your Copic markers to color these on the rough side of the plastic. It's very easy to tell the difference between the two because the rough side is not shiny where the non-rough side is. You're going to continue to color all of your pieces until you get them all done, and then just clean off your mat that you're using with a little bit of hand sanitizer and a baby wipe. Next, you're going to take your heat tool. I have one that is by Nicole, and I used a pair of scissors just to hold these pieces down. You want to preheat your heat gun just a few seconds there to get it nice and hot before you apply it to the individual pieces. As you can see, it does not take long at all for these to shrink down, literally seconds. If it kind of sticks to whatever you're holding it down with, just use something else to kind of get it loose and continue that on. This entire process to do all of these tiny little pieces took maybe 5 minutes to complete, if that. So it is a fairly quick and easy process. Keep in mind while you're shrinking these pieces that they may curl up just a little bit on you. While they're still warm, if they have curled up, just use a heavy stamping block, wooden stamp, anything that's on your desk, to flatten them out, and they will go back into shape fairly easily. Please note these are extremely hot. So use reasonable caution when you're working with heat, of course, but I will tell you that my fingers are pretty used to this heat. Since I do this quite a bit, as you probably know, shrink plastic is one of my favorite mediums to work with as far as crafting supplies, and I do tend to use my 40% off coupon from my big box stores to buy my shrink plastic. So just continue on using your heat gun with your little pieces. In this case, once again, this is a EK Success punch that I use to punch these little silverware pieces out. Now you're going to see me use my Wink of Stella pen, and I'm going to go over these. Once again, the rough side of the plastic, even once it's shrank, has a much duller appearance than the one that is the factory side that is not rough. They just simply sand this plastic in the factory. If you get the clear plastic, just sand that with a sanding tool if that's what you desire. You don't necessarily have to buy the rough and ready. The other stuff works just fine, so just keep that in mind. So when you're applying that Wink of Stella, use kind of a light hand. Allow that to dry. It may take 30 seconds to a minute, if that, for these pieces to completely dry. So you don't really have to worry about being too picky with them. I then, since I already had them all in place, I'm going to use my glossy accents to cover these up so that both sides are sealed down and that glitter will not transfer once it is dry. After I applied the glossy accents and allowed it to dry, the entire drying process took maybe 20 minutes. I don't even think it took that long. And sometimes it has everything to do with the humidity in your home. If you're doing this in an area that's a little bit more humid, it'll take longer for it to dry. But since it is basically a slick surface, even on the rough side, it's not, overly porous, it does not take very long to dry. If you're worried about it, just set it aside, for a few hours and then come back to it. I store my shrink plastic pieces in a small glass jar, and that's about it. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you do some other shrink plastic things, you can pretty much stamp or die cut anything you want out of shrink plastic, and then just do the same process here. Just use your heat gun and something to keep it in place and just shrink it on down. I hope everyone has a great weekend. A couple of still pictures will follow this video so that you can see what they look like all finished and dried. Stamp happy and be a blessing. Have a great day. I'll talk to everyone soon. Take care. Bye for now.